Hello everybody, welcome back to another Minecraft video, and today I will be going over my automatic brewing machine. So, we're on my super flat world right now, and this is the setup we got. So you got all your potions here, optional splash, we got our standby light, our extraction button, and our water injection button. And on this side, we have our water bottles, blaze powder for the brewing stand, and all the items we need to brew our potions with indicator lights that there's actually stuff in them. So, I am going to do a demonstration before we get into all the stuff behind it. So, first of all, what we have to do is do a water injection. And let's say I want strength, so I just flip the trapdoor once, just like that. And we'll get a standby light on. Perfect. Maybe I'll do a splash. And so once this standby light shuts off and you hear one more brewing stand gurgle, it's finished. And that's easy as that. And once that's finished, just press this extract button and our potions will come out here. So now we're just waiting. Alright, now we just gotta wait for one more gurgle. And we can extract. And there we go. Splash, potion, and strength. So let's see what else we can do. We can maybe do harming. So let's do harming. It won't brew just yet. So let's go ahead and water inject. Make sure you press that water inject before you do this, but it won't damage the system at all if you do one or the other first. And I did not do a splash. So we should get 3 harming potions, regular drinking potions. So we're on standby. It does take a minute to brew. The only problem. Brewing. Alright, one more gurgle. One more. So we should get 3 potions of harming. Alright, extract. And there we go. Potions of harming, 3 of them. So yeah, and that's it. You could pretty much add more potions if you wanted here in this space or whatever, but yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. So let's go ahead and look at the guts of this thing. So this is what it looks like. Kinda loco. It's alright, but I can explain how it works. So the splash, all these buttons are rigged up to the same circuit here, which goes over the top down to our gunpowder chest. So that's pretty simple. Now all this. So when you flip a trap door, it'll update this chain of observers, and this is the only time you gotta remember the recipe, because when you build it, you have to line it up on each one of these lines. So like this one is netherwort, and what we have is a hopper facing into this repeater that's always locked because of this redstone torch. So basically what happens is you flip the trapdoor and it goes all the way down the line, And this observer will turn on this, which then cuts off the signal a little bit with this piston, shuts off that, turns on this, and allows, once that turns on, it shuts off this torch, which then allows one item to pass through this hopper into the main chain here. Let's get underneath the main chain here, and we do have our brewing stand right here, so it goes into the top. All these items go into the top, besides our blaze powder into the side and our water bottles into the side. So basically when you build it, like I said, you have like healing, and you'll have to remember the recipe then, but other than that you don't have to remember the recipe at all. So like this takes nether wart to make an awkward potion, and it uses a glistering melon, and it uses a glowstone. So yeah, it just unlocks the hopper for a second, allows one item to pass through to the brewing stand. So it's pretty simple, and you know, it's pretty variable because of what needs what. And I decided to do a 1 block gap here so you can have multiple circuits basically crammed in one spot and share the same single lines here. So this is the best way I could think of with the observers. So yeah, they're all facing this way at the trap door, and they're facing upwards into the main line. So yeah, literally just flip this and you're good. So the water injection, I did the water injection because when you do the extraction here, let me show the extraction. So this wire goes to underneath the brewing stand. This is always locked, same idea, so you don't get water bottles siphoning through here while you're trying to brew. You want them to stay in the stand. So what happens is you press the extraction, unlocks that hopper, drops all the bottles down into this automatic dispenser, or not dispenser, dropper, because if you had a dispenser, splash potions would shoot out and break. And just a little item elevator. And the water injection, I did that, which is this circuit here, because when you unlock the hopper underneath the brewing stand, it would siphon out water bottles through this hopper, through the brewing stand, and all the way down into there. So I didn't want that happening. And it's the same concept where you have it always locked out of the bottom of this water bottle chest. And so when you do a water injection, it just turns off this torch, which unlocks it for a little bit, fills that up, and of course the bottom's always locked, so it ain't gonna drain out the bottom. And then you got 3 bottles. So pretty simple, I think. So like we do a water injection, shuts that off, unlocks this, puts them into the stand, no effects. And then like let's say I want a slow falling, or let's just do the first one so we could actually see these pistons move. So healing, got those 2 and the one down there. And the standby light right here is wired up to the hopper just above the brewing stand. So if there's an item in here, it'll get read by this comparator lighting up the redstone lamp over there. And so you got 1 left. It's an awkward. Fell through the hole there. And then once that's done with the glistening melon here, it's gonna pull in this one next. And that's why I say after this standby light goes off, you gotta wait for 1 more chug of the brewing stand before you can extract. So yeah, even though there's water bottles in there, it still remains locked. So yeah, we got our last chug. So those are done. We can unlock that, drop those items down, and then spit it out. So extract, There they go. And then up the little water column. And bingo. 3 instant healths. So yeah, it's not too difficult of a system. It just looks really bad to some people. It's pretty easy, actually, I think. So yeah, just like I said, all you have to do is remember the recipe when you're building these observer lines. And other than that, all you really have to do, like I did in here, is just list off what the ingredients are. Then all you realistically have to do is just make sure that you have all those ingredients indicated by these lamps. So you could just look down there and see that I have everything already. And yeah, it's just as easy as that. So we can maybe just brew something else like a night vision. I don't think there's anything in there, but it's water inject. Night vision, and then make it a splash. So that just went off. And then you'll see our standby light come on. It's making an awkward. And yeah, so splash, golden carrot, redstone dust. Redstone dust is the extra here to make it stronger or last longer in duration. It's a little bit more simpler of a design than the a million buttons down the wall, and you don't have to like make sure that you click every single one. So like if you run out of redstone, then you just get a basic potion. So I always like to make the potion strong right from the get-go, but that's just me. So now we just gotta wait for this standby light to shut off, and then one more brew stand gurgle to make it into a splash potion. And then extract it. It's gonna come out, and then bingo! Night vision. Super easy, really interesting design, and I figured I'd like to share it with you guys. And I hope it's not too difficult for you guys to build. And yeah, I really hope you guys make something like this too. I mean, it might not appeal to everybody, but I thought it was really awesome. You know, just cramming all this stuff in one spot was fun, and doing all this. So yeah, if you want to make like a strength again, you just flip that down once, and then you'll be ready to brew. Just make sure you do a water injection first, like I said. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. Super easy. I didn't include a build tutorial or nothing. I just figured I'd like to show you guys what my newer projects are, and yeah, that's pretty much about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.